Hello students, let us resume with our maths online session 2. As you know, in the first session, I have started the first chapter of maths 1, that is linear equation in two variables. And till now, we have learned how to find solution of linear equation in two variables. The methods which we have already finished are, as you can see, we have finished substitution method, elimination method and addition method. Now we come to the next method to find solution of simultaneous equations by graphical method. So for this we require a graph book. As I have told you already, you should have a graph book today. So let us start with the graphical method. In order to solve simultaneous linear equation by graphical method, we require a Cartesian plane. Now what is a Cartesian plane? A Cartesian plane is obtained when x-axis and y-axis are drawn mutually perpendicular to each other. Then how to plot points on this Cartesian plane? Let us understand this with the help of this presentation.
Linear graphs. A line graph consists of bits of line segments joined consecutively. However, a linear graph is different from a line graph. A linear graph consists of a line segment joining bits of points in an orderly manner. Now, we will learn how to locate points on a graph sheet. For locating a point, we need two straight lines perpendicular to each other. The horizontal line is known as the x-axis, and the vertical line is known as y-axis. X and y-axis both together are called the axis of the graph. The point where the two axes intersect is called as the origin. The origin is denoted by the letter O. The coordinates of the origin are 0, 0. Points to the left of origin on x-axis are negative, and to the right of origin are positive. Similarly, points below origin on y-axis are negative, and above origin are positive. Each axis is marked with equal divisions. A coordinate is one of a set of numbers used to identify the location of a point on a graph. Okay, let us plot a point on this graph. Plot the point whose coordinates are 4, 3. The first number 4 is the x-coordinate of the graph and is plotted at this point. The second number 3 is the y-coordinate of the graph and is plotted here. Then we plot the point at this position. Let us take another example. Draw these points P -2, 4, Q 1, 4 and R 0, 4 and make a linear graph. To plot the point P, let us move 2 points toward left from the origin on the x-axis and then move 4 points vertically upward. This is the point P. Now, let us plot the point Q. Move 1 point toward right from the origin on x-axis and then move 4 points vertically upward. This is the point Q. Now, let us plot the point R. Start from origin because 0 starts at origin and move 4 points vertically upward. This is the point R. Let us join these points P, Q and R. This is a linear graph. This system of locating points with axis and coordinates is known as Cartesian system. The name Cartesian is related to the French mathematician and philosopher René Descartes.
In order to draw the graph of simultaneous linear equations, we need those points. As you have seen in the previous presentation, that the linear graph had at least 3 points on it. But how do we get that points? If we have an equation, how do we get that points to plot? For that, we need to draw a table. Now, how that table is drawn? Table is drawn by selecting randomly any 3 values of x and correspondingly finding 3 values of y. I will make this concept clear. Let us first see this presentation.
Graphical solution of simultaneous linear equations. In order to solve simultaneous linear equations graphically, draw the graph that is a straight line for each given equation. Then, find the coordinates of the point of intersection of the two lines drawn. This point of intersection gives the solution of the given equation.
Now let us understand these 3 points nicely. The first point is, draw the graph for each given equation. As I have told you, for drawing that graph, we require to draw the table. Explanation of the table I'll give you as we come to the sums. Then the second point is, find the coordinates of point of intersection of the two lines. Now if the two lines are drawn on the Cartesian plane, obviously they may or may not intersect. Let us see which type of sums we are going to solve. It will intersect. If it intersects, that point of intersection is nothing but the solution of those given equations. Now what is solution? As I have already told you, solution means the value of x and y. So we will get the solution. Let's see.
Example. Solve the given equations graphically. 3x minus 2y is equal to 4 and 5x minus 2y is equal to 0. Solution. Solve the first equation, 3x minus 2y is equal to 4. Construct a table for different pairs of values of x and y. For x is equal to 0, replacing it in the equation 3x minus 2y is equal to 4, we get y is equal to minus 2. Similarly, calculate the remaining values for y. And after entering each value, press the OK button to see the points marked on the graph sheet.
Now if x is equal to 0, y will be equal to minus 2.
Good, your answer is right.
Now substitute x as 2 and find the corresponding value of y.
Good, your answer is right.
And the last is x is equal to 6. You find the corresponding value of y.
Good. This is the line for the equation 3x minus 2y is equal to 4. Now, for solving the second equation 5x minus 2y is equal to 0, complete the table below by calculating the values for y and clicking on the OK button after each y value is calculated, so as to mark the points.
First value is x is equal to minus 2. Substitute. Answer is
good, your answer is right.
Minus 5. The second value is x is equal to
good,
0.
your answer is right.
And third is x is equal to 2.
You got it. This is the required line of the equation 5x minus 2y is equal to 0. Can you see that both the straight lines drawn meet at the point P? As it is clear from the graph, coordinates of common point P are minus 2, minus 5. There.
Yes. Now as you can see, the two tables are drawn. How to draw the table? As I have told you, randomly you need to take any 3 values of x, substitute it in the given equation and find out the corresponding value of y. The 3 values which they have taken here is x is equal to 0, then they got y is equal to minus 2, then x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1, and x is equal to 6, y is equal to 7. Exactly same way for the next equation, again 3 corresponding values of x, randomly any value you can take, no need to take exactly the same value. Any value you take, you are going to get the same point of intersection. So you take any three values and corresponding values of y you find out, and then as I have just now shown you the presentation where you were told how to plot the points on the Cartesian plane, you plot these points, you will get two straight lines. These two lines will intersect at a point. That point of intersection is nothing but solution of this given simultaneous equation. The x coordinate will give us the value of variable x, while the y coordinate will give us the value of variable y. Hence, the solution of the simultaneous equation can be found out by finding the point of intersection of these two lines. Now let us come to the first sum of the practice set 1.2. As you can see, it is complete the following table, and that two values they have given to you. As you can see, the first value of x is 3. So if we substitute 3 in the equation x plus y is equal to 3, we get y is equal to 0. And that was mentioned also in xy, that it is 3 comma 0. So solving it, we get y is equal to 0. Second value that is given is not of x but of y. So let us take the equation x plus y is equal to 3. Now substitute y is equal to 5. We get x plus 5 is equal to 3. Shift that 5 to the right hand side. It becomes 3 minus 5. Therefore, x is equal to minus 2. Let us write that in the table. So, x is minus 2 and y was 5. So, the ordered pair is minus 2 comma 5. That we need to write and complete the box in the table. The last value, as you can see, it's already mentioned ordered pair as 0 comma 3, and if y is 3, obviously x will be 0. Hence the first table is completed. Let us come to the second table. The equation given is x minus y is equal to 4. Now what you need to do here is identical of what you did in the first sum. Value of y is given as 0. Substitute it and get the corresponding value of x. So x will be equal to 4. As 0 goes that side, it gets added. So x is equal to 4. Take the second value. X is given as minus 1. So take the equation x minus y is equal to 4. Now x is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 minus y will be equal to 4. Therefore, minus y is equal to 4 plus 1. We don't want the value of the negative variable. So minus y is equal to 5. Let us shift that minus sign to the right hand side, as we want the value of y. So y will be equal to minus 5. And the last value in the table is already completed. As you can see that it is 0 minus 4. Let us write the values. X is 4, y is 0. Ordered pair will be 4 comma 0. Second one, x is minus 1, y we got as minus 5. So the ordered pair will be minus 1 minus 5. Third value is completed itself. So here we complete with the first question, which was only completing the activity but not drawing the graph. This is a way you can complete. Coming to the second question, let's solve the simultaneous equation graphically. Graphically, as I have told you, you have to draw the table, plot the points, draw the graph and find the point of intersection. So let us take one by one the first question. The question is x plus y is equal to 6, and the second equation is x minus y is equal to 4. The first step for graphical method is to express the given equation in terms of y. Why in terms of why are we expressing it in terms of y? Because y is considered as a changing variable. So always the equation is first expressed in terms of y. Randomly take any three values of x, substitute it and get the corresponding three values of x. So let us take x plus y is equal to 6. Therefore y will be equal to, shift x that side, 6 minus x. This is my equation. Now selecting values in the table. Let us draw the table like this, 3 columns. The first column will be xy and the ordered pair is x comma y. Taking 3 values of x and 3 values of y. Let us take the first value of x as 3. So if I take x is equal to 3, what will I get? The value of y, that I need to work it out. So first value x is equal to, firstly we will write the equation y is equal to 6 minus x. So suppose I take x is equal to 3 as I have told you. So corresponding value of y will be what? 6 minus 3, that is equal to 3. Let's see. So that therefore let us take x is equal to 3. You need to write all the steps and then show the calculation. So y will be equal to 6 minus 3, that is 3. So the ordered first pair is 3 comma 3. So we need to write it in the table. Let us take the second value of x. I hope you are also writing and solving it along with me. Second value in the table can be taken as x is equal to 4. Suppose I take it as 4. So what will happen with the value of y? Let me work it out. So equation is y is equal to 6 minus x is equal to 4. So y will be equal to, let us assume x is equal to 4. So y will be equal to 6 minus 4 and that comes to 2. So we have got the ordered pair as x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 2. We need to write and complete that in the table. So the calculation is y is equal to 6 minus 4. So that comes to 2. So complete the table 4 comma 2. Coming to the last value. Suppose I assume y is equal to 1. Do not try to assume bigger values because a graph might will go too big. The graph should neither be too big nor too small. So we will assume smaller values, not 6, 7, 8. Avoid taking that. So if I take x is equal to 1. So y will be equal to 6 minus 1, that is equal to 5. Y is equal to 5. Complete the table. So x will be 1, y will be 5. Ordered pair will be 1 comma 5. Like this we have prepared all the three values of the first equation. Same way we have to prepare the table for three values of the second equation, that is x minus y is equal to 4. So let us take that. The second equation, that is x minus y is equal to 4. Now, first step here also is to express the given equation in terms of y. So, as you can see, it is negative y. So, what we will do as our first step is shift y that side, it will become 4 plus y. Now, I want the value of the variable y. So, we will shift x to the left hand side. We get x minus 4 is equal to y, which is nothing but y is equal to x minus 4. This is my basic equation. Again, as we have done in the first one, I have to take three values of x and assume three values of x and find out corresponding three values of y. Let us assume the values of x so that we get the corresponding values of y. So the first value, take x is equal to 5. So once I take the value of x as 5, let me substitute in the equation. Y will be equal to 5 minus 4, that is equal to 1. So we get the first value y as 1 and the ordered pair will be 5 comma 1. Similarly, we have to get the remaining two values. Write the equation y is equal to x minus 4. Taking x is equal to, let us assume some other value, say 1. Since I have taken first quite a bigger value 5, now let me take x is equal to 1. So when I take x is equal to 1, substitute it in the equation, y is equal to x minus 4. So it will become 1 minus 4. And as you can see, 4 is a greater number having negative sign. So it will be minus 3. Let us write this in the table, 1 and minus 3. Ordered pair is 1 comma minus 3. Similarly, the last value, let us take it as, say we can take it as 2. So in the equation, I will be substituting x is equal to 2. So equation is y is equal to x minus 4. So in place of x, you substitute now 2. So 2 minus 4, that is again minus 2. So complete the table. The last value is 2 and minus 2. In ordered pair, 2 comma minus 2. Once we have finished with the table, Now what is left is on the graph paper. We have to plot these points and find out the point of intersection of these two lines. That will be my solution. So let us start drawing it on the graph. Take a graph page, and as I have told you, the first step is draw the x-axis and y-axis. The horizontal line is x-axis, whereas the vertical line is y-axis. Name it. The point of intersection is 0. To the right is positive numbers, to the left are negative numbers, above the origin are positive, below the origin are negative numbers. So once you have finished this, take the first table and see the values. The first value is 3, 3. So it means that on x-axis I have to take 3. Similarly, on y-axis I have to take 3. So x3 and y3, wherever these two intersect, that will be my required point 3, 3. So mark that and write the coordinates 3, 3. Similarly, the next one, it's 4, 2. So again 4 on the x-axis and 2 on the y-axis. So wherever these 2 points intersect, that will be my next required point. So 4 and 2 on the y-axis, this is that required point, which can be marked as 4, 2. The last value, that is 1 and 5. Again x-axis 1, y-axis 5. So this is my required point 1, 5. Once you have finished with all this, draw a line passing through these points. You can see all these points are collinear and you can draw a line. The line is drawn. Write the equation above this line. Okay, so that equation is x plus y is equal to 6. You have to write it above the line which you have drawn. Coming to the next table, we have to plot all those points again on the same graph. So the first value 5 and 1. Method is not different. Exactly same way as you have done the first one, you have to do this also. So the first point is 5 and 1. 5 on the x-axis, 1 on the y-axis. This is that point of intersection. So mark it and write the coordinates 5, 1. Second point is 1 and minus 3. As you can see, y is negative. It will come in the fourth quadrant. So 1 and minus 3. Write the coordinates. Similarly, the last point also, y coordinate is negative, x is positive. So it will again come in the fourth quadrant. So it is 2, minus 2. Mark it and write the coordinates. Now again draw a line passing through all these 3 points and get the second line. As soon as you get this line, again you have to write the equation above this line. Do not forget to write this equation above the lines which you have drawn. As you can see from the graph, we get a point of intersection as 5, 1. The two lines intersect at a point. That is nothing but the solution of this simultaneous equation. We were supposed to find out x and y, and with the intersection we get this. The x coordinate is 5 and the y coordinate is 1. Hence we will write this as my final answer. The two lines intersect each other at a point, and that point is nothing but 5, 1. Hence, the solution of the simultaneous equation is x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 1. That will be a concluding statement. I hope you have understood this graphical method. From all this discussion, it is clear now that to solve simultaneous equation by graphical method is not difficult. The only thing that it is important is you should not make any mistake in marking the coordinates. Now if I say that I have a song for you to make you understand this in an easy way, what you will say? Are you surprised? A song in maths? Yes, there is. Don't worry, it's not a movie song. It is a song about the Cartesian plane. Let's enjoy this song.
To plot the coordinates 2, 1, go right to jump up 1, and you're done. To plot negative 8, positive 2, go left 8 up 2, that's what we do. On the x-axis, count left or right. On the y-axis, count up or down. That's how our coordinates point is found. To plot the coordinates 9, 5, go right 9 up 5, the way you were round. got the X and Y values. And when you see them on a questionnaire, they can be called coordinates or an ordered pair. There are four quadrants. The first is in the top right corner. The second, third, and fourth going counterclockwise order. Finally, there's a place you begin. At 0, 0, called the origin. On the x-axis, count left or right. On the y-axis, count up or down.
Wasn't the song quite refreshing? Yes, it was. So, coming back to practice at 1.2, let us see the fifth sum. I have particularly selected this sum because, as you can see, both the equations are having those variables which are having coefficients with it. Means, when I express the given equation in terms of y, I will get a denominator. So for such questions, what is to be done? You have to select wisely the values of x such that you get rid of the denominator and the answer that you get is not in decimal point. I am not telling plotting it on the graph is wrong, but it might be difficult to get the correct point of intersection. So look at the table. I have already solved and kept it for you. I will explain it. The equation when I express in terms of y, the first one, 3x minus 4y is equal to minus 7. The equation becomes y is equal to 3x plus 7 upon 4. As you can see, we have 4 in the denominator. Now, how to think in the exam which values have to be taken? Suppose I take x is equal to 1. Concentrate on the equation. It is 3 into 1 plus 7 upon 4. So 3 ones are 3 plus 7, 10 upon 4. It is not divisible by 4. So we are going to get a decimal point. In order to avoid it, think of some other value which can be divided by 4 so that we can get whole numbers. Now if I take suppose the first value as minus 1, look at the calculation. 3 into minus 1 plus 7 upon 4. So it comes to minus 3 plus 7 upon 4. 4 upon 4 will become 1. So my first ordered pair is minus 1, 1. This is the way you have to think in the exam. Suppose now if I think about 2 and I take x is equal to 2. So 3 2s are 6. 6 plus 7, 15 upon 4. It is not getting divided by 4. So I am not going to take that value. The next value, if I take 3, look at the calculation shown here. 3 3s is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. So 16 upon 4 will be 4. This is the way I will complete the second value, that is 3, 4. Now enough of positive values. As I go ahead, I have to take bigger numbers. So I am taking one negative value. Suppose I take minus 5. So minus 5 into 3 will become minus 15 plus 7 upon 4, that is equal to minus 8 upon 4, that is minus 2. This way all the three values can be completed in the table. Coming to the second equation, 5x minus 2y is equal to 0. This is easier than the first one. Our first step is to express it in terms of y. So 5x is equal to 2y, therefore y will be equal to 5 upon 2x. When you have such equations, you can see the denominator and take the values of x such that it is multiple of the denominator. Now since the denominator here is 2, I will purposely take values of x as multiples of 2, that is 2. Let us take one 0 also and then minus 2. Why like that? Because when I take it in multiples of 2, it will get divided, and as you can see the calculation, we will get whole numbers. So the first value is 2, 5, 0, 0 and minus 2, minus 5 are all the three values of the table. Now what is left is to plot this on the graph. When I plot both these points on the graph, as you can see, the first equation 3x minus 4y is equal to minus 7, write the equation above it, and the second one 5x minus 2y is equal to 0. I have plotted all the points. You can see a point of intersection here. The lines of the two given simultaneous equations intersect at the point. On x-axis you search, it is 1. On y-axis it is 2.5. So the solution is x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2.5. So I hope you have understood this method of finding solutions to simultaneous equation by graphical method. One more thing important is, on the scale, see on the right hand side, you have to write scale is equal to, on the graph you have to write scale is equal to 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit distance on both the axes. So this is the end of the practice set 1.2. Now we come to the last part of the session. As I have told you already, each session will have assignment questions. which you are supposed to submit once we come back to the school. Now this assignment number 2 is based on the practice set which I have just now finished, that is 1.2. Question number 1 is solved by graphical method. There are 3 questions, please note it down, and on 3 different graphs you have to find the point of intersection and hence find the values of x and y. Question number 2, I have given a practical question. As you know, you have internal marks wherein practical and assignment will be considered. Now this practical question, I'll read the question for you. Draw the graphs of x minus 2y is equal to 4 and 2x minus 4y is equal to 12 on the same coordinate plane, similar to what we were doing till now. Then what? Think the relation between the coefficients of x and y and constant terms. Take the ratio. I am telling you how to do it so that you do it correctly without doing any mistake. You take the ratio of the coefficients of x in equation number 1 and equation number 2, coefficient of y in equation 1 and 2, take the ratios of those and even the constant terms and see what you get and hence draw a conclusion. So these are your assignment questions you have to complete. So I hope you have understood. Here we come to the end of online session 2. Thank you.